But there's more to it. There's more to it. It also means that Jesus' death was the final payment for sins. See, in their religious system, every year they had to go into the temple. And when they would sacrifice an animal, it was a reminder of their sin. It was a reminder of their brokenness that we all feel internally. It's that jealousy, it's that anger, it's that fight that you got into yesterday with your spouse. It's that gossip it's inside of you, it's inside of me. We feel it. And we do things to try to overcome it. We try to do good deeds and give money away to the poor, and we have all kinds of things religiously that we do to deal with the payment of sin, to try to repay the debt that we owe. But Jesus, when he hung there on a cross, he did it all. He paid for every sin for every person who would turn to him, so that Paul could say in 2 Corinthians 5:17, he, the Father, the Heavenly Father, made the one, Jesus, who did not know sin. That means that he lived for 33 years on planet Earth and never was jealous, never made a mistake in sin, never disobeyed his Father. The Father of heaven, God the Father, made Jesus, the one who knew no sin, to be sin for us. Why? So that you and I might become the righteousness of God in him. That is good news, friends. This is good news, because what God is saying through the scriptures to you today is that you don't have to be a product of your past. That by God's grace you can be liberated. This is the eternal exchange between you and God. This is like that whole house swap thing. You know, like people put their houses online and try to go find a place somewhere else where you can stay for a couple weeks. Any guys done this all of our campuses? You put it up, your 500 square foot Silicon Valley apartment, and you're hoping like you can put it up there and somebody in Maui or Kauai or the coast of France will swap with you. And your hope is, after taking pictures of your house, that somebody on the other side of the world would exchange with you. It'd be equal value. This is like if you took your place, small apartment, Silicon Valley, put it online, and when you saw who switched with you, you realized that somebody in Kauai with a 5,000 square foot house on the front of the beach swapped with you. And not just for a couple weeks, they said, it's yours. We're never going back. That's yours. That's the great exchange. It's that you and I deserved an eternal separation from God because of our sin, and Jesus took our place so that the goodness of God can become ours, and all of the righteousness that belongs to Jesus can become the reality of our lives. I don't care who you are, where you're from, what you've done, whether this is your first day in church or you've been going to church since you took your first breath, that this is good news for you today. And